All right. The last live stream just cut off. I don't know why. But well, I'm back, so I'm going to try to continue talking about what I wanted to talk about earlier. Okay, so let me see. Oh, good. We already got some questions here. Uh, yeah, I'm back. What is the best thing to do when you feel something get in bed with you? Or what do you do when you hear whispers? You could use multiple things. I mean, salt sucks up all energy, so just spread around salt in your home. Also, what's always an advantage is if you got Reiki, you know. So if you got Reiki, you can use that energy to consecrate your salts and objects and stuff like that. And it's actually, look, getting rid of spirits is one of is super easy. It's super easy. So I always recommend that people get attuned to Reiki. If you're interested in that, uh, you know, well, I do attunements when it comes to Reiki. So you can get attuned by me, or find someone else who is legit, and get an attunement with Reiki, and then you're gonna be able to get rid of spirits very easily. Yeah. And if you don't have any of that, just use salt. Literally, just salt often takes care of most of it. Because it sucks away the energy, so you can change the atmosphere very fast. You know? And when the atmosphere changes, the spirits they remove themselves. All right. How do you become unstuck? How do you become unstuck in your practice when one feels lost? How do you become unstuck in your practice when one feels lost? You have to refocus on the purpose. It's your purpose is your North Star. The North Star is essentially something that guides you throughout your entire journey. So whenever you feel stuck, whenever you feel lost, what you have to do is essentially you got to remember what the goal is, the purpose. You know, so you got a straight line now, and the next obstacle that you have to remove on your path is going to become clear. So all you got to do is basically you got to take a step back, look at where you're at, where you want to go, and the next obstacle is going to become clear. You don't need to know the entire path, every single step, which is not possible as you're moving through your journey, but you can see the next obstacle clearly. So you just need to know the direction of your goal, which is your purpose, and you know where you are right now. And as you have that line now, as you have that path, the next obstacle is going to become clear, and you're just focused on the next obstacle. Focus on the next obstacle. That's how you live your life. Yeah. My dreams have been interesting. I don't know how to interpret them. Thanks. Um, Usually the person dreaming the dream is the best at interpreting that, you know. So usually we know what our dreams mean. If you don't know what how to interpret the dreams, try to write them down right after waking up, and then maybe if you go back a while later, they start making sense. Yeah, that's how I would do it. So, Frank, how do we change a situation we don't like, along with changing our actions? Um, how do you change a situation? Well, your actions are going to change the situation. What you have to do is you have to align thoughts, actions, and words. Thoughts, words, and actions. When you align those with the new goal or the new situation or the new reality, you will eventually create that. You want to create, example, you want to create wealth. You have to think wealth. You have to think, you have to speak wealth, and then you have to take actions that move you towards wealth. And sooner or later, reality has to adjust. But most people are incongruent. They want one thing, but they act differently, or um, they speak one way, but they think differently. You see. So what you have to do in order to conquer life is you have to align thoughts, words, and actions. Yeah, and then sooner or later, reality will adjust. You know, and really, it starts with thoughts because the thoughts are the catalyst for the emotions, and the emotions that are catalyst for the actions. So I would say the biggest lever, or the most important lever, is the mental. Yeah. So changing how you think precedes the changing how you feel, and changing how you feel precedes changing your actions. Yeah, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Welcome. Your energy feels like one of my martial arts instructors' energy that he used to project he loved to teach. I feel that coming from you, Frank. Yeah, thanks. I guess it's my purpose. You know, it's connected to my purpose, so that's why it's good. I mean, if you do something that's aligned with your purpose, you will be very good at it. You know. Hey, Frank, why does being psychically aware make some people more vulnerable to spirits, mainly children? Uh, I don't think they're more vulnerable. They're just more aware of the influence. Like a lot of people are influenced by spirits, you know, and people that are just psychic, they realize that something's going on. Most people don't even realize that they're being manipulated by spirits. So I don't know if it makes you more vulnerable. It probably makes you more aware. You know, he used to say the same thing about emotion, thoughts, and emotions. They both give off energy. So if you're sensitive enough, you can feel it. Yeah, that's a Buddhist teaching. The Buddhists define your karma as cause and effect of your thoughts, words, and actions. And that's very accurate. So if you want to change your karma, Just essentially the effects of your past actions, the results of the seeds that you planted energetically. You change your thoughts, your words, and your actions, and you make them congruent with what you want, and then you will change your life. Of course, there's a time lag, but that's a secret. That's how you do it. Thoughts, words, and actions. Thoughts, words, and actions. You have to think what you want. You have to, and eventually you're going to feel what it is that you want, and then you're also going to act in alignment with that. But that takes discipline. That takes consistency. You see, it's doable, but uh, yeah, it takes effort. You know. Um, are the hard economic times coming part of a natural cycle? Yes. Sure, definitely. It's part of a cycle. We're moving into a cycle. You know, there's an 80-year cycle in terms of not just the economy, but also in terms of civilization. You know, peak and other things. So the bottom line is yes, we're moving into hard times. 20 years of hard times, economically and many other things. I've actually put out a prediction recently where I believe that American democracy as it exists right now is going to end in 2026. It's going to by 2026, possibly before that, possibly slightly after, but around that date, 2026, or around the year 2026, American democracy as we know it is no longer going to exist. You know, could be secession, it could be civil war, which I doubt. Like for an actual civil war, you need lots of people capable of fighting. I don't think the population, general population, is actually capable of fighting a civil war right now. They're way too unhealthy, overweight, and tired. So I don't think there's an actual war that's going to happen, but I think there's going to be, you know, democracy as it exists right now is not going to be there. It's going to change it somewhere or another. Maybe it's going to be Emperor Trump or something. Who knows? Who knows? You know, we'll see. But you're lucky because Europe is gonna cease to exist before the U.S. goes into a lot of trouble. When I say Europe ceasing to exist, I'm talking about the European Union, obviously. Yeah. Was man sieht, was man sieht. Boah, ist das gut, Alter. It's the coming of the new world. Yeah, okay, that's one way of looking at it. Why not? Look, my friend. I'm the type of guy that always likes to look at things in a positive way. I'm very much accustomed to changes. My life has been a constant traumatic event. You could say. I'm really used to ups and downs, changes. I'm a survivor, you know. So I naturally I you can always find opportunities even in the worst situations. There's always a way to turn yourself into a winner, you know. So I'm not worried at all. Da, 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 da. Mm, 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 mm. Now, I recommend that you sign up for the money seminar that I've been running. It's still running. It's still ongoing. But if you want to learn a lot about how to take advantage of this stuff and how to be on the winning side, then you should be on that seminar. Hold on, let me just. You can still sign up for it. Let me send you the link just in case you want to sign up. Right. Damn. I need to visit my barber, man. My beard is really moving in kinds of directions that I don't like. Need to clean it. Uh, Happy to see you. What's the science tonight? Originally, I wanted to talk about how to become psychic, you know, and the stream cut off. I take that as a sign from God. He doesn't want me to talk about that. Uh, I go to the barber for my ear hair. My- I I don't have like really like I don't have long hair in my ear nor my nose. I don't know. A lot of people need to maybe when I'm like 70 years old I'm gonna start cutting my nose hair. But as of now, none there. I don't have a lot of hair in my nose or in my ear. But I have a lot of hair on my chest, bro. Like I'm look like a bear, bro. For real. Was sie sagte, was man was man and you know, sometimes I shave my hair, sometimes I don't, you know. And I've asked a lot of girls what they like better. And surprisingly, a lot of women like hairy chest, you know, which I don't know if it's surprising, but it's the case, you know. So I think it's like split 50-50. Some girls like a bare chest, some girls like hairy chest, you know, whatever. At least I don't have hair on my back. All right. So that's good. Was sie sagten, hello, Frank. Nice to see you. How was your day? My day was good. What about your chest? My frequency says she loves chest hair. There you go. You see, right? Donna likes it too. Yeah, a lot of women like it. Uh, Peace, Frank. This is Will. Thanks for the Reiki attunement for the past weeks, man. Manifestations are definitely improving. Nice. Good for you, man. Glad to hear that. Frank, since you always do energy work, do you get a lot of attention from people? How do people react to you in public? I notice men always want to be in my space instead of other available women. Um, well, how women, I mean, how people respond to you is determined by a lot of factors. Yes, it's your aura, it's the energy work, and all that stuff. I have a Scorpio ascendant. Okay, I have a Scorpio ascendant. I have my Pluto in the 12th house, and a lot of other scorpionic influences. Plus, I have all kinds of spirits around me and stuff like that. So people react to me. Men feel threatened a lot of times. Not always. It depends on the individual. It depends on how, like, the Scorpio energy, generally speaking, is like a reflection. It's basically when a person is at peace with themselves and they're like, uh, they have a good relationship with their unconscious mind, then they're neutral or even positive. But if a person has a lot of negative stuff, if they're hiding things, you know, they don't want to be found out and stuff like that. They react negatively towards me, you know, and that's women or men, you know. So generally speaking, people, you know, I don't know. Generally speaking, I think people respond to me normal, positive, and some people respond very negatively to my energy. But those people are probably people that don't want to be found out, or they have like some issues, or they're sneaky. You know, so and women, listen, women like even if they it's not that women like I'm assuming that I'm not the ugliest guy out there or the most disgusting guy out there. So yeah, of course there are women out there that find me attractive, but just you're a woman yourself. Just because you're attracted to a guy as a woman, that doesn't mean anything. Even if a woman is all over you, really attracted to you, she's never gonna make a move. It's very, very rare that they make a move. So as a guy, it's always on you. You gotta make the move. You gotta make the move. You gotta make the move. So it's not that a woman is gonna come close, blah blah. They're always like super shy and super, and I think that's right. I think that's the right thing to do. It's kind of weird for a woman to to um to go after guys. I think that's weird. So even like if I want a woman, I have to go after her. I have to make the initiative. I have to like do the work. It's just a natural way of things. I hate the game, not the player. It's just how nature set it up. It is what it is. Uh, yeah, eh, 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 eh. Women like hairy chests. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio, midheaven, Capricorn, ascending. Okay. Are you of the thought that women have an advantage to tap into their psychic abilities, being as though they are more right brain? Maybe as a general tendency, yeah. Yeah. Maybe as a general tendency. Sure. But with that comes a little a certain passivity. So where men are better at systemizing and directing the forces, once again, it's like the masculine principle of the phallus. The phallus is directed energy. So I believe we're slightly uh, less good at being vessels for the energy. Like in a group ritual, for instance, the vessel for the spirit, a very good medium for the spirit is often a woman. Usually, it's a woman. Why? Because she has an easier time receiving energy. You can also see that in sex, right? Women they receive energy. So energetic receivers, yeah. The question is, what do they do with it? And I don't think women are very good at directing energy. I don't think women are very good at systemizing things. So if women have an advantage when it comes to being receptive, men are better at directing and controlling the energy. That's for sure. That's definitely the case. Um, yeah. What are some good exercises to develop clairvoyance? See, and let me just before I cover that, there's this modern day notion out there, especially in the spiritual community. Let me just address that, where people think it's kind of like it's on vogue to bash men and to be like, oh, the patriarchy, suppressed women's powers, and in the past women ruled and blah blah in a better past. That's all bullshit, man. Listen, we're complementary. We need each other. Men need women, women need men. It's this whole gender war bullshit is exactly that. It's bullshit. There's not one better, one worse. We're equal but different. It's really not that complicated. Women have certain strengths and men have certain strengths, so we need each other in order to make life continue. So this whole gender war bullshit, I don't buy into it. It's not that this is better, that is better. Obviously, I live my life from a male perspective, and since I want to win this game, I gotta, I gotta, I gotta play it to win. If you know what I mean. If I was a woman, I would do it flip side. I would do it from the other position. What are some good exercises to develop clairvoyance? Hold on. No, yours, not all yours is just right. I don't understand that comment. How do you distinguish between intuition and mere emotion? Sometimes I think I know something, but then my emotions betray me and it creates fictitious scenarios. How do I know which scenarios are true? My friends, experience will show you that. You have to experiment and you have to find, certain situations that you can, do divination about. And then you will see if that which you received was actually accurate or not. And listen, actual skill can only come through practice. You cannot take a theoretical teaching, a concept, and then be good at it. This is not a mathematical formula. You got to actually practice your intuition. You got to practice your divination. And through that, through the practice, you get better. All right? So practice, 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 practice. And through that, you're going to be able to discern what is actual intuition and what is just mind fuckery. I broke up with my feminist ex. I get uncomfortable with women trying to act tough or bossy around me. Yeah, but we're not going to go into that hopefully today, okay? I don't want to talk about this thing. Listen, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I would have a problem with a bossy ex too, but listen, we all attract things in our lives that in some way or another show us a reflection of ourselves. And when it comes to relationships, it's complementary. It's complementary. So if you attract a bossy and masculine woman, you're probably a little bit feminine and yeah, you're probably a little bit on the feminine side. I would guess. I'm not assuming. I'm like I would. I'm not. I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is like that's what I would guess. Right. I always attract very very feminine women. Very feminine women. Some too feminine sometimes, right? Because that's my complementary. I don't attract bossy women. I don't attract that. That's because I'm a man. I'm a man's man. Like I'm a man. I'm a man's man for real. Now, what does that mean, right? What is your that's a good question. Let's talk about that, guys. What is your definition of a man, if I may ask? Let me know what your definition of a man is. Is a man defined by a penis? Does that make a man? You have a penis, you're a man, or is it a certain height? Is it a certain build? Is it what does it mean? Do you have to be bald? Do you have to have long hair? What does it mean to be a man? I'm really interested in your opinion. Please put it into the comments. What is a man? Define that, please. And don't give me I am not a biologist. I'm not a doctor, right? No, you know. You're very right, Frank. I hear that often. I hear that too often for my own good. You're right, Frank. You're right, Frank. How right can I be? I'm right all the fucking time. What's going on here? You're very right, Frank. The very day I broke up with her was the day I realized I needed to reawaken my masculine energy again. I'm on my on my way of making myself less a pussy. Okay, that's good. How are you doing that? Yeah, get up in the morning. Truth sounds right all the time. Yeah, definitely. Um, how do you turn yourself into a man? Like, how do you do that? Do you get up in the morning and take a cold shower and stand in front of the mirror and slap your face? Get tough. Get tough. Oh, oh, oh. Toughen up, motherfucker. How do you do that? How do you become a man? More masculine. How does that work? All right. Maybe that's not the right topic. Okay. So let's stick with the psychic stuff. Let's not go there. Let's not go into gender wars. We had enough gender wars here on this channel, right? Where, by the way, the women won like 4-1 or something like that. I think the men won once. Women won like 4 times. I was so embarrassed. I stopped hosting those events. You can't keep embarrassing my own gender. That sucked, guys. I'm really disappointed. I'm super feminine, but also a feminist. However, I want a man to kill the spider in the house. Feminist. You seem joyful today, Frank. Oh, thank you. Do I? Yeah, Lucifer has been very good to me yesterday. He brought me something that I really, really appreciate. So yeah, on my order call, I was talking about that earlier. So yeah, I've been given something that will bring me a lot of joy in the future. Absolutely. Yeah. By the way, what's the male counterpart to being a feminist? Is it a maleist? Maleist? I'm a mailman. I'm a mailman. I'm a mailman. I'm a mailman. The red pill. I see. Yeah, I guess so, right? Red pill. Bro, I'm as red pilled as you could get. I'm so red pilled that I'm like, um, I'm Morpheus himself. I'm so red pilled. It's not even funny. You know, I've been red pilled before red pill was invented, or before that term was invented, for sure. I grew up in a household, not my dad, but my brothers. I had older brothers, and these guys were players. I'm telling you, like real players. Right? Uh, and that's what I grew up around, for real. Red pill to the core, absolutely. Uh, a man is like a punching bag. Only the fine ones last. My grandpa told me that. I like that. That's what my Muay Thai coach, my martial arts coach, once told me. One of them. He said Muay Thai or martial. Yeah, Muay Thai is like life. It's who can take the most, right? How long will the money seminar be available? We got 2 more classes, so 2 more weekends. So today is the 5th. Give me a second. For me, it's the 5th. I know you guys are in a different time zone. No, today's the 4th for me. 4th. So on the 8th, no, we're gonna do one on the 9th and the 16th. So till the 16th, it's gonna be available. Japanese jiu-jitsu, we said fall down 8 times to get up 9. Mhm. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. I woke up yesterday. It was 11, 11 in the morning. He's like, oh, Frank is lazy as fuck. He gets up at 11 in the morning. Yeah, but I also go to sleep at like 7 a.m. So I slept for like 4 hours. And I woke up, and for some reason yesterday, I just wanted to fucking leave. I just wanted to go. I just wanted to go somewhere. So I checked for flights. I was checking for flights, and I wanted to go to London. Now, obviously, it did not work because I didn't find an available flight. Not not on short notice, and hotels, blah blah, all kinds of bullshit. London's still packed, even this time of the year. London's always packed. But very soon, I'm gonna go to London, and shortly after that, I'm gonna be in Dubai for like 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna be. I don't know. I got a friend who's probably going to come back to Amsterdam. Then I'm probably going to go visit Amsterdam. I have to come to Sweden too at the end of this year or January. Got to meet some people there, so I'm going to be all over the place. But I'm like been in one place for too long. You answered almost all of my questions and doubts, and there are no questions left for me to ask other than listen and learn to what you say. Okay, no problem. Hey Frank, what's the essentials for a morning routine for magicians trying to rework a daily routine without having to take 3 hours to do it? Uh, just rotate the exercises. I think you should get your blood flowing in somewhere or another. So physical exercise should be part of it. Maybe some yoga, meditation, some form of energy work. Could be visualization, could be in your astral temple, working with a spirit, something like that. Will the seminar become a product after that? I want to, but gotta make some money to buy it first. Ironically, yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a product, man. None of my seminars are available after, so I don't think so. No. Listen, if you really want it, bro, you're gonna find a way for sure. So the question is, do you really want it? That's the question. It's like, do you actually want it? The money is gonna be available if you want it. If you really want it. Listen, if I really want something, there's absolutely nothing between me and a thing. I will get it. Yesterday, randomly, the thought popped into my mind. I want to go to London. Didn't work that day, but very soon I'm going to be there just because I want to go. Just because I want to go to London. It's been a while. Uh, a man is someone who brings order and is a leader, not a follower. Okay. Yeah. And I would add, as a man, you also have to know your place. Sometimes you got to follow. It's also about knowing the limits of your competence. That's part of maturity. You have to know that sometimes you're not competent enough, and you have to let somebody else take the command. That's also part of being a man. You have to know your limitations. Know your limits. You got to do your duty. That's basically what it is. You got to do your what's expected of you. You got to take responsibility. That I think that's the thing. Responsibility, and it has to be ideally responsibility beyond yourself. The size of a man is measured by the responsibility that it takes for himself and other people. I mean, taking responsibility for your own life, that's like the bare minimum. But there are even grown men, age-wise, they don't even take care of themselves. They can't even take responsibility for their own lives. Pathetic. They're like overgrown babies. A man, in my opinion, is somebody that can take responsibility for himself and others. Other people depend on him, rely on him, and they can. He takes care of them. A man that takes care of his family is a man. There's nothing wrong with that. Guy that goes to work a job every day, makes money to feed his family, that's a man. That's a real man. He has responsibilities and he lives up to those responsibilities. Respect, And depending on the competency of the man, depending on his power and abilities, he is sometimes able to take responsibility for more, for his family, people, organizations, businesses. If you own a business, it's not fun. It's about responsibility. You have a responsibility for your employees. You have a responsibility for the customers. You have a responsibility for the quality. There's a lot of responsibility. It's all responsibility. A man's life is all work. There's zero fun actually. And find you better find your fun in being responsible for a lot of things and being somebody other people rely on. That is the best way to live your life, my friend. Because your purpose is to take care of other people. That's your job as a man. You have to take care of other people. Other people have to be able to rely on you. A woman's job is to give birth and nurture. You know, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, she doesn't work. Not because she doesn't have to, or sorry, not because I wouldn't feel comfortable if I'm in a relationship with a woman and she works. I want to take care of her at that point. And if she works in one of my businesses because I'm not going to be cool with her calling somebody else boss. That doesn't work. That's not going to happen. Yep. Mhm, 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 mhm. Frank, do we sometimes go through things because our soul wants to learn from that experience? I guess so. But I wouldn't see it like a conscious decision of the soul. It's all about energy, and the energy always wants to balance itself out. So in a past life, you might have been the abuser. This lifetime, you might be abused or whatever. Like that's just an example, right? So it's all about energy balancing itself out. So it's not necessarily, oh, today I want to be a dolphin, or today I want to, or this lifetime I want to be. I wonder what it's going to be like to be whatever a prison guard or something like that. That's not how it works. It's all about energy. Where can the energy balance itself out? That's it. That's it. Always good listening to you, Frank. It's late here. Need to go to meditation and cleansing ritual to keep healing myself up. Catch you next life. Yeah. Talk soon. Or till then. Can you feel what a loved one feels even after not spending much time together? Do energetic cords decay after time? It always depends, like who's the loved one? How close were you with them? Between a mother and a child, it never ends. The mother will always feel what the child feels, or she's always connected to the child. So, not necessarily. These cords not necessarily are broken. I mean, are there any mothers here on the live stream? You can probably attest to the fact that you're always connected to your child, aren't you? I think Donna is a mother, as far as I see. Who else here? Who else here is a mother? A mother is always connected to her child for life. So, listen, I'm approaching 40. My mother's still, she still knows what's going on with me. Still, I'm a grown ass man, but yeah, that's what it is. Can you feel what? Okay, I got that one. Responsibilities 101. Hmm, okay. The money magnet is an account that never gets touched. Does that contradict the other law of money being that it needs to flow and not stagnate? Does the money magnet follow a different principle? Um, Once again, this the stuff that I teach are a set of rules, and they all need to be used all at the same time. It's not one contradicts the other. It's more like if you look at a piano, there are different keys. All right, and in order to have a nice sound coming out of the piano, you have to press multiple keys all at the same time. Yeah. So yes, money needs to flow, currency needs to flow, right? That's one of the laws. But another law is that you will attract money easier if you already have some, if you feel good about that topic. Okay, so we have to cover two sides. We can't just store money because that contradicts the energy flow. All right, but on the other hand, we also have to have a little bit of money because money comes to money. You see what I mean? So that's why you balance it out. So 10% it comes into your money magnet, but it's way more. The percentage of the money that is being used for other things is way higher than the money magnet. You see what I mean? So that's how you find a balance between the polarities. But that's a good question, actually. That's a very good question. So I hope that answers it. If not, just ask for clarification. Hi, Frank. I finally made my money magnet. I haven't touched it. I'm so proud of myself. Good for you. Good for you. Now start doing charity. Start doing charity, and you'll see that money will come to you for sure. Yes, no matter what, it's our job to know. Okay. Yeah. Time flies so fast, isn't it, Frank? Time flies so fast. Uh, are you? Are you talking about my age? I'm approaching 40. Yeah. Yeah. Yesterday I was 20. The day before that I was like 15. Now I'm approaching 40. I'm gonna be 38 on Saturday. I'm a grown ass man. Yes. Time flies by. You know. Yeah. On my last birthday or one of my last birthdays, my ex actually she gave me a card with something very very nice written in it. She said, "That's for the man I love. Uh, you have the body of a 30-year-old, the heart of a 5-year-old, and the wisdom of a 100-year-old." That was very nice. Because I actually do have a good heart. I am actually a good person. I know that. I know that for a fact. And the amounts of people that I help, you don't even know. It's all behind the scenes. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But I help people. I help people a lot. So I'm a good person. Yeah. I don't know if I have the heart of a 5-year-old. That's what she said. So yeah, I like that. I'm gonna keep that. So I'm 38 years old, the body of a 30-year-old, the heart of a 5-year-old, and the wisdom of a 100-year-old. So I'm gonna keep that. That's actually pretty good, right? That's really good. Nice. Frank, what are you doing for your birthday? Going to London. No, I don't know. What am I gonna do for my birthday? I'm gonna meet some people, whatever. Just chilling. I don't like partying big and shit like that. I don't know. It's just gonna be. I like to when I on my birthdays I always get very I start contemplating. I'm the type of guy when things like this happen, I like to think about the past and plan the future. I don't like to get drunk or drink myself into unconsciousness as most people do it. Same with New Year's, by the way. New Year's is all for me. I always meditate on New Year's. So from let's say 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. I'm meditating. That's how I start the new year. While others drink themselves unconscious. Yeah, but that's also it's because their lives are so miserable and meaningless that they have to they just drink themselves unconscious. They just don't want to feel anything anymore. They want to numb their minds because they're suffering so much within themselves. My life has a purpose. It has meaning. I know where I'm headed. I know what I'm here to do. I know the meaning of my life. So I'm not suffering as much. I am suffering just like everybody else. Like it's impossible to live in this world without suffering, right? But I am uh Nietzsche, you know the philosopher? He said that if you know why, you can endure any how. So yeah, I'm suffering just like any other creature on this earth, but I can endure any how because I know why, you see. Um I hear Christians tell me about how they call the name of Jesus and things happen in their favor. What do you think is happening? They're calling upon the egregore of Jesus Christ, a very strong one, very powerful one, and it moves the energies in their favor. Theoretically, you could do the same thing with the egregore of Mickey Mouse, or others. You get what I mean? Like as long as you believe that that spirit is in your favor, or as long as you can get that spirit to work in your favor, then things are going to happen in your favor. Don't try that with a demonic force, though, or an angel or something like that. They have their own will. Yeah. I hear Christians. No, I got that one. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now. I hope you got something out of this. Yeah, and talk to you soon. Peace. Was man